Good afternoon. Lisa with New Start University here, and I want to talk to you about forgiveness. Did you know that sometimes having like an unforgiving heart can actually affect your weight loss? It's true, and that's part of getting healthy all the way around. You know, if there's some emotional things that you haven't dealt with, you definitely have to deal with it in order to be successful on your weight loss journey. So today we're going to talk about forgiveness. I don't know about you, but I struggle with this. I absolutely hate to admit it, but if somebody hurts my feelings or if somebody does something towards my family, I harbor resentment. And that is something that I've really had to work very hard at getting better at. And I haven't always been as successful as I would like. And when you think about it, you know, when you are frustrated with somebody or if somebody hurts you and you are struggling with forgiving them, it has a tendency to consume you. You think about it all the time. You know, you lose sleep over it. You wake up thinking about it. And this is the deal. The person that you need to forgive, it's not hurting them at all. They could care less. They're probably not even thinking about you. You're probably not even on their radar. But yet you're letting them control you. You're letting them get into your thoughts, you're letting them affect your behavior, and you are giving them control, which is probably the very less thing that you want to give them. And I've heard it say before that when you don't forgive somebody, it's like drinking a poison hoping that it will kill them. And all it does is it really does affect you. It hurts you. And you know, a lot of times when you need to forgive somebody, it's not as much about the person itself as it is a heart issue within you. And sometimes it's really hard to look at ourselves internally and see where we need to do work. But sometimes that's very necessary if you're trying to be successful, you know, in getting healthy all the way around. And so that's what we're going to be talking about on our blog today is forgiveness. And one thing I really want to caution you about is when you have somebody that you're angry at or that you are having trouble forgiving, I caution you to think about who it is that you're talking about those people to. You know, who are you surrounding yourself with? Because it's human nature to like drama. So unfortunately, some people may, you know, really try to egg it on and may really want to talk about it and keep you in that negative mindset. And other people, your good friends that can speak truth to you, can tell you that, you know, that's not the godly way. Oh my gosh, Chrissy, I have so much trouble with that. I have a person in my life that I've been dealing with personally that hurt my feelings and they hurt my husband's feelings. And, you know, when you hurt my husband's feelings, then you've got to look out for me. And I just realized that, you know, it was consuming me and it wasn't doing anybody any good whatsoever. And a lot of times, you know, that could even cause me to get upset and then emotionally eat. So it's just really important to be on balance all the way around. So Chrissy, only because you commented on this, I want to challenge you on that. I want to challenge you on just letting it go. That doesn't mean, you know, that you have to have a relationship with that person necessarily. But for example, and I'll be talking about this more on my blog, you know, I had a father that was absent in my life. And for a long time, I couldn't forgive him for that. And I thought it was about me. And once I was able to forgive him and I realized, like it opened my eyes and I realized that that was more his issue. Him being absent was his issue. And just like this particular person that I'm speaking about today, it's their issue. You know, but that's your friend's issue. That's your friend's issue. It had nothing to do with you, Chrissy. It had something more to do with them and their heart issues. And I know it hurts, but the thing is you're probably not even on their radar anymore. And so when you're letting that consume you, you're letting that person that you're angry at control you. And that's so, I mean, that's like the effect that you don't want more than anything. So you absolutely, yes, just bless and release. You've just got to let it go. So we will be talking about that. Luckily, I have friends that speak truth into my life, and I have friends that, you know, just remind me that it's a hard issue of mine and that I have to let it go. And that's what I want everybody, you know, here to know is that you've just got to let it go. That if a lot of times unforgiveness has nothing to do with that other person, but it has to do with you. So I'll be blogging about that this afternoon, and we'll be posting it over at newstartuniversity.com.